Hello there, it's time for another in real life video. This time we're not doing it on Tuesday, we're doing it on whatever today is. The most important thing about today is that it is the Summer Game Fest of 2025. Sort of what we have to fill the gaping hole left in our hearts by E3s of yore. Let's get to it before too long. I'm not watching it super duper live, but I don't really know what's in the show, right? So hopefully that'll do. It's a bit of a watch along. I would say I'm expecting, given the fact that Death Stranding 2 is launching soon, we're probably gonna hear something about that. Probably some stuff from Annapurna. I believe they're hosting or sponsoring it in some huge way. They're a bit of a oft-beloved, usually producer of video games. They help do production ends and all of that, as far as like getting it out for publishing and all of that. Yeah, publisher, more so, not producer, publisher. My bad. Notably, I would say would be The Outer Wilds is under their belt, among other things like Firewatch. Is the Blueprints... you know what? I'm not going to speak on that. I don't know about the Blueprints. Regardless, we'll have a look and see what they're doing. There've also already been Nintendo Directs. I think the other day, there was a PlayStation State of Play, where there's also going to be, I think tomorrow, a Xbox one of these as well, right? But today, it's Summer Game Fest, hosted by none other than Jeff Keighley. Anyway, when next we return, we'll be in picture-in-picture mode. See you then. All right, here we are. Get ready, it's happening real soon. We're gonna find out about games. What's first? Who knows? Apologies if you see me having to go change the audio here. I'm watching it on the YouTube archive.
Welcome to the stage, the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
The creator of the Game Awards. Oh my god, the the sneakers and all that. Okay. He loves it though. He loves it.
I love the energy. Hello everybody, and welcome to Summer Game Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games. Now, every year, we have the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us and giving us your time. And special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning and saw that he canceled a date and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show ahead. Over the next 2 hours,
who is Dante?
A whirlwind tour of dozens of games. From
the guy with the red jacket and the white hair?
From Lego bricks to puppets, zombies to Marvel heroes, this show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements.
Apologies as well. If the ad situation in this video is out of control, that would be because oftentimes these trailers and whatnot, they include a whole bunch of licensed copyrighted music, right? Which obviously I do not have the copyright for. So any ads, if that happens, any ads that you see or the inavailability of this video, that's not up to me. That's not up to me. It's in their hands, right? We'll see how it goes. Like I said, sometimes depending on what country you're in, this video may not be visible, right? But it is what it is. Such is the way of this. Anyway, let's resume this.
Dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by units, according to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games.
Wow,
now, the
Inzoy.
list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly at number 1 with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at Semiwork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's
Dude, I
inspiring
hate
that
the
these indie
like box art or whatever you call it, the
stand
store
side by
art
side with
for
heavyweights
Repo.
like Monster Hunter Wilds
The game
and the
doesn't.
Oblivion remake.
It's like so
Absolutely.
not indicative of
Now,
what that
let's
game
also
is.
applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall. Okay. They might get some nominations at the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest user
I should
Metacritic
really
score
play that.
ever recorded for a game, all from a team of under 30 developers who bravely stepped away from big publishers to forge their own path. One thing is clear. With digital distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative projects increasingly emerge from outside the traditional publisher system. And that's something to celebrate. But with more than 18,000 games released on Steam just last year, more than double from 2020, the challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest,
See if I can crank up the. Yeah, here we go.
long. By events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game. So, in that spirit, let's kick things off with a game from an independent studio who is thinking very big. In 2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers to chart their own course. Today, they're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is a powerful testament to what passion, freedom, and a small, dedicated team can achieve. Let's take a look at our first new game announcement.
Yes! Yes!
You think you're the Harbinger. You might be.
Oh, already. All right, right away we got it. Oh, is this gonna be like a Souls-like? Just by like the camera positioning and the character animations, right? The different equipment.
Note of your nature. You're a weapon, child.
Okay. Okay. You know what? That's kind of fun. That's kind of... Shit, okay. Man, the ass on whoever that was. The music is so wild. There's just a giant beard-headed bald guy.
Until you fail. Then what?
You're no god. But neither have they.
Ah, Mortal Shell 2. Wow, that's quite the jump in everything from what I remember of the first one. It is a Souls-like.
Didn't that look great? Well, we got lots more to come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus Fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass-scale live in-game events. And tomorrow, Fortnite is set to do it again across console, PC, and phones. The Death Star's super laser is charged and ready to decimate the Battle Royale island. But there's still hope. You and your friends can join the fight. Here's the first exclusive look at what you'll be part of tomorrow in the brand new live event, Death Star Sabotage.
Folks, I hate to say it, but I'm probably gonna play this. I'm probably gonna do this. Whoa.
Hit him with everything you've got.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Oh, he's never been in person at Summer Game Fest? Huh.
Aki, great to see you.
I guess just the Game
Mr.
Awards.
Kojima, here we are. The World Tour begins at Summer Game Fest. It's great to have you here. We are so excited for DS2. So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS1 が出た後にコロナになったので、
Well, we hit the pandemic after we released
僕ら皆さ
DS1.
ん、コロナを体験したと思うので、
Everyone experienced
コ
the
ロナを体
pandemic.
験した中での
Man, this is starting off on a
To show some
dour note.
connection
考えていただきたいと
after
思い
we
ます。
faced the pandemic. So I want everyone you to think about that when you play this game.
Think about that.
Well,
All right.
Playing the game. It's coming out later this month, but right now I know you
Think
prepared
about
a
that.
special exclusive clip for SGF. Let's take a look at this.
はい、
He was about to say something else too. Did you hear that? He was about to say something.
Welcome. Have a seat. Over here, please.
Got some breathing going on.
No smoking, please. So you are Neil Varner. Mm-hmm. What do you do? For a living?
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil.
What?
So you made it then.
I never played Death Stranding 1. I got no idea what's going on.
You really don't remember me.
Isn't this the bad guy? In the new one or something? Isn't this a bad dude?
The girl. You're alive. Stop. 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 Stop.
Did you remember? Did you remember to think about the pandemic?
Well, that was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy.
DS2 で非常に重要なキ
In
ャラクターです。
It's a very important character,
ニールとルーシ
Neil
ー。
and
で、
Lucy.
ちょっと詳しくは言えませんけ
I
ど、
can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手にカイザーの刻印が
You
Okay.
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands.
深いつながりがあって、
So they have
これ
this
が物語に
deep
大き
connection
く関わってきます。
and reveals
で前回
throughout the
ク
story.
リフっていう人気キャラクター
Like
And last one,
Zodiac
the other
cancer,
one,
right?
We have Cliff,
で
who was
物
played
語
by
的には
Mats.
彼はもういなくな
And
った
of
の
course,
で、
by story, you
まあ
know,
2では出せ
he
ない
will not be in
で今回
DS2.
ニールっていうのがマ
But
ッツ
this
さ
time,
んの代わりというか
Neil
その
will
同
be
じような
like
役割を担
playing
っ
like
て
the role that
登場
Mats
します
did for DS
で
this
まあクリ
time.
フすごい人気だったの
Okay.
で
And Cliff was a very
まあ
popular
クリフを超え
character,
るようなキャラク
but
タ
I
ーを作ろ
think
うとして、まあルカさん
we
にお
have
願
to
い
kind
し
of
て
like top that
結構いいキャ
character.
ラクター
So
にな
Luca
ったと思います。
Marinetti was a great
非
actor,
常に
and I
心
think
に残る演技もして
it
いた
was
だい
great.
て
He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
も
Neil,
う
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the game, live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's just say this is not the last that you've seen of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
I can't wait for more Neil.
Yes, I'll show you the gameplay scene
あ
of
の見に
Neil.
来てください。
So hope you enjoy. Will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much. Hideo Kojima, everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you. All right, and now I'd like to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest. She's along for the party, a veteran games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Oh.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a thrilling new entry in the legacy of racing action games within the Sonic franchise. Crossworlds brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters.
Are we going to talk about any other racing action games that might currently be out in the world right now? I have heard that this has like a decent following. Like kids really enjoy this and stuff. Like it's not terrible. It's arguably a better Sonic game than most Sonic games. What? Hatsune Miku is in it? Well, okay. Wow, look out, Mario Kart. Oh my god. Okay, wow. What the fuck? Does Sega own Hatsune Miku? What the fuck? Okay. Sure, they're like, fuck it. We don't, look, this is kind of popular. We're gonna, fuck it, Smash Brothers. We're fucking having this shit here. They saw the Smash Brothers money from when they had, what's his name, Joker in there, in the newest one.
Coming in September, but that is not all. We'd like to introduce the man behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm honored to be here to talk about our latest Sonic Racing game. Sonic Racing Cross World is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team. You can feel brand new experience from the new future travel ring, which you can warp in the race.
Who is the guy
Also, unlike another kart racing game,
that got arrested?
we have online
Okay.
matchmaking.
Wow, okay.
So you can race against all
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
The platform. Lastly, I have one more thing I'd like to show everyone here today. Take a look inside of the travel ring.
Okay, what the fuck? Wow, okay. They're really going for it.
And Sonic. I guess you could say, you gotta go craft. Well, I gotta laugh. That's all I want. That's all I want. Next, we're excited to reveal a brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco Studios. Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
Time. For some, it heals.
Why does the dude look like he's out of Fortnite, but everything else doesn't?
It wounds. And for our world, it promises only oblivion.
Oh, Oblivion, huh?
Our hopes lost long ago. But you have the power to change all of this. If time were a weapon to wield, could you undo the sins of ruin? In this time,
You know, Expedition 33.
or maybe the next, you'll find how to save us all.
This is so, like, artistically dissonant for me. Okay, it looks way better in game. Right? Man, the two, like, human characters were sticking out like a couple sore thumbs. Oh, is this that vampire thing? Was that Bandai Namco? I don't know. God, it is! It is that vampire game thing. This is the sequel. You made your own little action RPG Souls-light dude. And they were a vampire. Oh, this is spooky. Or it's a fake out. It's Little Nightmares, but this time you have a fucking gun.
That was a very moody, cool new game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles. Next, we'll step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI for Hire, developed by first-time developer Fumi Games and published by PlaySide, releasing later this year.
I've seen this crop up every so often.
Of a familiar voice.
As they like work and more,
at the heart of Mouseburg.
as they work more and more on it.
Crooks beware. Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who would bend the city to their will.
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
And those who do anything to save it.
They won't even know what hit them. Oh boy. Here we go.
I almost thought Troy Baker wouldn't be getting any more work.
That's not all from PlaySide. Now comes the announcement of another ambitious project from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium, real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
Real-time strategy? Oh my god, it's Game of Thrones. Oh god, it's Game of Thrones. Okay.
You may think you know how the game is played. But this is not the game you know.
When did this show wrap up? How many years has it been? Are we getting all these now because people didn't realize, like, what the reception would be to the final episodes of this, the final seasons of this show? Like, they started working on it. Like, could you imagine working on this and having, like, all these likenesses? And then the reception while you're still working on the game, and you've still got years of work to go.
And who dies?
Amazingly, the lighting and cinematography is a bit better here in this pre-rendered cinematic than it was in the actual episode where this happened. Well, not quite this.
Game of Thrones. War for Westeros.
Real-time strategy. That is so wild.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an
Talk about having two things that I'm not sure people are into these days anymore. A Game of Thrones RTS.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings?
It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. My answer is, maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of atomic.
Oh, it's a direct sequel.
2.
Have a good hunt, Captain.
What the fuck is this game now? Are they going like Far Cry with it? Making it like way more open world? Huh. The biggest complaint that I heard about
That's right.
the first
Atomic
one
Heart 2 is in active development at Munfish.
is that the player character, like your character's quipping got so annoying.
Futuristic world on a global scale, and this time there's a greater emphasis on RPG elements and player freedom.
Really?
But that, believe it or not, is not all from Munfish today.
Oh my god, what?
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube. I can still barely believe it myself. When it showed up, I was in the lab.
A giant cube!
You know? I felt that
giant cube!
a terrible sense of my own powerlessness. How did the whole of humanity miss it?
Always with this.
And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear but revealed itself? What if it was always there and we've only just started to see it?
Dude, this scientist, he's like pitching the game. This is what it sounded like when they tried to pitch the game. What if there was a giant cube? But did we miss it, or was it there the whole time? Is this gonna be multiplayer? They shift around the cube. It's in the same universe. It's like procedurally generated tile-based.
Cute little guy. The Cube is yet another new project from Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic universe on a massive levitating cube. You can see there where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving.
Wow.
All right, let's jump into the Marvel
When you're right, you're
Cosmic
right.
Invasion universe. The new
Oh,
retro
yeah.
game to PC and consoles this holiday with multiplayer fun for up to 4 players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters to play, but so far, only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
Oh, are these is this made by the same folks who did that, they did a Power Rangers one, they did a TMNT one. Is this them back again? They're making like a, Streets of Rage-like?
This isn't hell.
Oh.
My world. What is this place?
Didn't we see this at, the Game Awards last year? Not this exact thing, but they teased it. Who's the guy voicing this thing? Not enough, I need more! I kind of like that, that's fun. There's almost always one of these dudes crop up every now and again.
Words never did work between us, did they?
Yeah. Yeah, we had this teased last year, right? Was it the first time we had it teased? Oh my god! What? She's beautiful!
That was a new look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years, as a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline. It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it. Here is an unexpected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
Okay, alright. Okay.
All right, you little sick of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got. What? If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform you. Why are you even here?
Is this full motion video? Is this FMV? I don't think so. I think they rendered this in-game to look like it. Right? This is Unreal. You can see sometimes it like clips through the eyes of them.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb load. This mate ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jeff.
Felt that. The Butcher. Huh.
Super fun. Gotta wish list that, right? All right, well, next it's time to see the announcement of a brand new game, In Deception We Trust.
An ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the chosen find their way here. Gathered from every corner of the earth, divided yet bound. Wolves and lambs. Engaged in a perilous dance of wits, a game where truth is but a shadow. Enough theatrics. I'll get to the point. Killer N is a murder mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually...
I like how this preview every time is like, yeah, that's obviously the killer right there.
Rooting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up, buy items with the gold you earn, loot chests for weapons and armor, steal items, blow up opponents, poison others, place traps, discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death. Your invitation awaits.
There's like progression.
A 24-player multiplayer game from Square Enix where you compete in a game of life or death using social deduction skills to win. All right, it's hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. And though it's been a while, their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated games of the
I've
year,
heard good things
and we're
about
excited
this.
to share a
I've heard
new
amazing
trailer which
things
will tell
about
you
this.
more about the mysteries surrounding the world of Speranza and the long-awaited launch date coming later this year. From Embark
It's an
Studios,
extraction
here's the world
shooter,
premiere of
right?
The release date trailer for Arc Raiders.
Wasn't it Ubisoft through The Division and their Dark Zone that kind of like accidentally invented the extraction shooter, but they just never fully capitalized on it like everyone else has now gone on to attempt to do?
Clear your mind of all distractions. You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with resourceful friends.
Yeah, they also did the finals. Do we know if they're using generative AI for this?
Here, you are in control.
Hang on, how did the person with the little pistol not see or hear the giant robot? They're just like, yeah, it's not gonna get me. It's not gonna get me. Okay.
That's right, everyone. Arc Raiders is coming October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story. It arrives on PC in just a few days on June 10th, but you can play it right now in Steam Advanced Access.
Yeah, I've heard that this has really exploded in popularity. Is it just a like flavor of the month though, or is there gonna be staying power? I don't know. I haven't really been into a Funcom game since Anarchy Online, way back in the day. They said this was an MMO? I always assumed it was like Ark Survival Evolved or Rust. in that it was like small group servers and all that. Did they get in kind of early on the Dune, like, hype? Before it started really popping off? Like, they nabbed the license just before the first movie hit? Because these days, I can't imagine licensing out Dune is cheap anymore. Which isn't to say this would be cheap, but relatively speaking. It was Dune that actually, that one licensed Doom game that sort of created, it was like the progenitor RTS way back when.
All for naught. Some say time stops for no one. Neither man nor God, living nor dead.
Man, yeah, the success of Elden Ring really amped up the amount of, like, Soulsborne looking ass games that we started getting. There were already quite a few, but man, Elden Ring was, like, far and away like a turning point.
Where your journey awaits.
Every hero's tale begins with a trial. But the true lead of the story has yet to emerge. Whatever's coming next cannot be easy.
I will never forget my cause.
What is more compelling to you, sir?
Just as he once came to me, filling that dark tower with light.
What happened while I was out?
I love it how when we just open an anime-ass game with people saying, like, foreboding, ominous shit, like, what will come will be very difficult. And then the little comic relief dude chimes in like, what happened?
I'm merely curious. What ending have you penned for Septimont this time?
A rat in the vessel. Such a tiny nuisance. I know all your secrets. And don't come back.
That's Mio,
Hollow
Memories
Knight
in
like.
Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam.
Metroidvania platformer is what we're calling them.
What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platformer where everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you today.
This one is also a Soulsborne.
Don't you see? We can't.
Come on, follow me.
Man, feels very like Double Fine. What's the last thing Double Fine made? Was it Psychonauts 2?
Game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise.
I hope this is good.
13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
Betrayal burns because it can only come from someone close. An enemy can't hurt you like a friend.
Who are you?
Sono Enzo. I work here. My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to,
teach them a lesson.
Remind them of their obligations.
This is between us and Spadaro.
Where I come from, commitment means everything.
If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo. This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
Piggy puttana!
This family, loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo?
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this next game. LEGO Voyagers captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
Is this the first Annapurna offering so far? I was about to say, was that rendered in-game right there? Like, that looked amazing. Which this looks all right. I wonder if they're gonna try for like a Thomas Was Alone.
I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I am thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yee-haw!
A great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to...
This is wild. Someone saying, "Wow!"
First stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies
What?
of P. Overture
Oh,
is a
okay.
DLC expansion of Lies of P. It transports players back in time with new characters, environments, and of course, imposing enemies and bosses. Here's the exclusive new look.
I was surprised that they were going to do a big DLC for this. But I suppose they're going to lead it into the next game. Yeah, people have long said that this is one of the most competently made Soulsborne games not made by FromSoft. I'm very interested if FromSoft decides to keep moving further and further into the direction. Oh wow, available today. But if they move further and further into the direction of multiplayer in their games, because that's really not my thing. I don't really care for that.
All right, next up, the small video game publisher Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado, shared this game with me a few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest. I think you might get a kick out of this announcement, too.
That's such a wild pitch for him to say, followed by inspired by a true story or based on a true story.
I sit at the front of the dinner table where he used to be.
What the fuck?
5 plates.
Oh, multiple people whispering at me at the same time.
Food.
Uh-oh.
Dead people. Plates of angels. Plates of her legs.
Plates of her legs. Her beautiful broken legs.
Plates of flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Plates
Yes, chef.
The garden is lush in the rain. And dinner's ready.
Dinner's ready. Dinner's served. Don't get scared. Fractured blooms.
There's a hunger that feeds and blooms, and I will feed, and I will bloom.
How is she actually a monster? She's a terrible monster being. She's been inhabited by a monster. Eldritch horror.
I wouldn't recommend eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in
God, Blade and Soul.
Just out on Steam, and Blade and
Good
Soul
lord, I
Heroes.
remember when everybody was getting sponsorships from them. Oh, literally, it's an expansion. Oh. I did not realize this was such a popular thing that it warranted all this. A Heroes spin-off thing? Is this gonna be another one too? Nah, this has gotta be something else, right? Oh. It's a collab with Crystal of Atlan. Oh, I think I recognize this vaguely. Yeah. I've heard people talk about this. It's the art style that's really striking. It's such a callback. I don't know if it was originally like designed, like the art style was designed by what's her name, who did like the Dragon Ball stuff. But it very much is in that same sort of style. Yeah, there's a certain, like, earnestness and, like, nostalgia to it that I appreciate. From afar, though. I've never actually, like, watched or played any of the games. Oh, hey!
5.6 is available today.
Right.
This is a technological show.
This is weird.
Of The Witcher 4.
That there's a little segment for State of Unreal.
Seeing me live in real time. Squid Game will be coming to UEFN.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That non-Gilsta dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
We find a way.
What is this in the bottom left corner here? Oh my god. I have Mafia the Old Country just there now? God, how do I remove this? Dismiss. Okay. Good lord.
Unleashed genetic power across continents.
Oh, this is like the tycoon, like park building one, right?
To nurture what we have set free.
Didn't they get Goldblum for the previous iteration of this too?
Well, to help life find a way.
Maybe he was there for all three.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games. 10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight. Today, I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollower. Mina continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of a cursed island. A decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend. This year, we're bringing our next bona fide classic.
I like all the shovel puns going on, sure.
All right, this is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done. Yeah. Oh, Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right. Well, let me see what this says. Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means three things.
Oh god,
Number
is this a
one,
Cyberpunk new special
Killed
patch?
it at the fest with your oodles of totally
No.
natural charisma.
This is something else.
B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, Wade. All right, let's take a look.
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple A tropical farming sim experience. Oh, hi, new friend. Oh, yeah! Escape the turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets, the elderly, and this fucking thing with hip-hop Satan. Oh, hi, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? All your dreams of being inside me come true in VR. Spider-Man gets Insomniac, and I get this shit? I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird? Whoa!
Man.
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool. All right.
Really?
Last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light: The Beast, the culmination of a decade of Techland's experience building survival horror games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest
Man, Neil Patrick
trailer
Harris
with
having to
some big
do a
news,
Ryan
the
Reynolds.
release date.
That is wild. I've heard about their oil, but not their woods.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats. God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
Is this an expansion to Dying Light 2? Or was it, is this a whole new thing? Mind you, they kept expanding upon Dying Light 1 for, like, ever.
I don't care how high his walls are, or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me. All the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Kyle, E&F is an old chemical factory south of the city. The Baron's men operate out of there.
Then I'll go there and fucking kill him.
There's the big news. Dying Light: The Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows.
I really bounced off of
The
Dying
bonds
Light
of
2.
friendship and the nostalgia
But I
of growing
really
up.
enjoyed Dying Light 1.
Mixtape comes from Beethoven and Dinosaur and Annapurna Interactive. And this is your exclusive new look at this game
Another
that plays
Annapurna.
like a love letter to teenage memories.
What are we doing?
I thought that this had already come out.
Hanging out, getting buzzed.
I've got to get out of this place.
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look back on your greatest hits.
Mom, who is it?
One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
Shit!
This year, experience a retrospective like no other.
I don't know of any kids who are into these sorts of games. That said, I don't really know many kids, right? To be fair, aside from like extended family. Are kids into this sort of stuff? This, I can't help but feel like this is like we're creating a new sub-genre, sub-aesthetic of nostalgia for adults made by adults, featuring not adults, featuring those adults at a younger point in their life.
Mixtape, nothing but the hits.
Which, you know what, I guess that happens all the time in, like, for movies, right? Movies get this all the time.
I trust you have seen it. A beautiful world where harmony reigns. Will you struggle until your last fleeting moment? Your destinies are sealed. There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
Oh. They're doing Hades. Okay.
And just getting started. Let's put it
surge of power.
Is Hades 2 meant to come out of early access this year, or is that there's still no date?
Get ready. Everyone,
How long was the first game in early access for? Was it a year? I think it was longer than that, no?
in this world. No matter what hardships await. We fight for a future filled with hope. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
A beautiful game. That was the global announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
So is it a solo developer or 9 friends? or a developer plus 9?
No justice, no peace, just names on the wall. The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
Okay. I don't know. I wasn't expecting just shooting and gunning people down in this. Okay.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
More than a decade? This is their old Scott Pilgrim thing. They're doing another one. I was about to say, aren't like vegan jokes a little like 2000 and late? But I guess if we're doing Scott Pilgrim, that's kind of the vibe, right? It is this.
Scott Pilgrim's back with his fists flying in a brand new brawling adventure. In EX, you'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, we're going to be right back, but first we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful.
Also, the voice of Orin the Red.
So enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around. Now cease this foolishness and make your decision wisely.
That was it? Okay. Sure. Let's have more ads where she just comes out and says I'm a piece of shit. I fucking love it. Is this the first Descendant or Ascendant or something like that? This popped off for like 2 months, and then after that, completely fell off. Yeah, the first Descendant. Completely fell off the face of the earth. Never heard about again.
Humankind has been obsessed with the hard. Now, a glorious morning has dawned on something that's simply harder. Scum. Big hit alike. Witness this apogee. No fantasy. Big hit alike. Mix up pure alchemy. Lethality. Big hit alike. Big hit alike. Your hard just got harder.
This didn't come out yet? It's full launching this year? God, I thought it was like years ago when I remember people like they got so many sponsorships with so many streamers and stuff.
What are you doing here?
Come with me.
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head.
Keep your lens feed on.
I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's just knocking to get out. I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
I don't want any part of your future. It's activating.
Hi everyone, I'm
I guess we're about to hear about the James Bond stuff
We
too.
can't wait for you to discover Mindsight when it launches on June the 10th from Build a Rocket Boy and IO Partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week,
I hope it's good. I hope this is very good. It'd be so cool to have like a bunch of Indiana Jones and a bunch of James Bond games coming and going, you know?
But we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe.
You're gonna kill James Bond. He's the new assassin target. It's James Bond.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre. a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld.
What?
He has arranged a high-stake
Featuring award-winning actor Mads Mikkelsen. Yo, is Kojima there in the audience? Does he know about this?
I've invited these people for a reason.
Maybe he wants to play this.
Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
Le Chiffre from Casino Royale
are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
Wait, really? Oh, he gave him a finger gun.
Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest.
Does Hideo know about this?
Also, Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And,
God, he definitely does. You know, backstage, Jeff was like, Hideo, you gotta come. You're not gonna believe who we got coming by. It's Mads Mikkelsen. He's coming by.
Shoots of Le Chiffre once again. I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
So this mission is set in a casino in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around the table this time?
Yeah, sure, exactly. Yeah. It's the Chiffre is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several paths, unexpected characters.
This is getting a little weird. Was that on the script?
All right, well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best part. We wanted to surprise you, so
it's
the
right
team
now?
is updating the game as we speak.
Oh my God, you shouldn't have.
The target mission starts today in a few hours.
I don't know. These shadow drops and stuff like that, they're always fun,
And if you play
right?
it, you'll unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well, Hakan Mods, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for
having
having
so
us.
much.
Thank
All right,
you.
great to see you. Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for LEGO Party!
Get ready
For a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails. It's an action-packed contest to collect the most golden bricks.
But will you be helped by friendly krakens?
Or hindered by evil monsters.
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings?
That's a dragon, Ted.
Aren't a lot of these LEGO games made by the exact same, like, studio? Like, they just somehow happened into this and, like, have been kind of nailing it and, like, traveling across IP and franchises and stuff and just kind of, like, they never make one that's really terrible as far as I remember. They're usually all right to amazing.
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not.
I want to know what's going on there with them. Right? Let me get a, like, documentary about
Those were literally just on screen, Ted.
about the studio or studios.
All that and more in
that make these Lego games regularly. We were talking about stuff like, oh, is this popular amongst kids? These are still popular amongst kids, for sure. And adults, too, right? Shoot.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact.
Dreamhaven and
The game is
Moonshot.
called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest.
Why does the font look like Wild Star?
July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
Why are those names so familiar to me? Is one of those like ex-Blizzard people? Dreamhaven? Yeah, is that former Blizzard devs?
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying.
Is that the artifact?
Safe with me.
This'll be good.
Good thing that wasn't our ship.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived and passed their knowledge to future generations until Sorcisto, in his lust for power.
No, you idiot, you gotta eat the fruit, not the people.
The brains of the living.
Why didn't he eat the fruit?
This blight.
Why didn't he eat the fruit instead of the people? Was he stupid? Why was he like, oh yeah, this fruit does some wild shit. Guess it's time to not eat the fruit, but eat the people. What? What? Dude, that is wild. I don't know what was going on with that horse. It's wild that we're getting Hades likes.
Consume you before the blight does.
Ew.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right, next
Ew,
is
look
a
at that
first-person
nasty
survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered
of
with
50.
the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
Hell yeah. People's bare asses. Cool. Feet. Oil. Creature being born out of a wall. More naked people. Shoot them. Get a gun. Oh man, are they joining together? Are they like morphing? Yeah. How else do you get the really tall one? Yeah, they're like, I don't know, they're like Cronenberging. Okay. Sick. Okay, cool. I'm just kidding. It's called ill. It's not called sick. It's called ill.
Right, Mecha Break is one of 2025's most anticipated shooters, with its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wishlisted game, players are clamoring to know just one thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
I remember this being teased, I think like a year ago or more.
To advance its Project Enterprise.
Don't stop thinking about the pandemic. Thanks, Hideo. You put a spell, a curse, upon this entire presentation. Am I like tripping balls? Am I like tripping out so much right now, or is that the same vocalist from Persona 5? Like, you'll never see it coming. Is that the same person? No way. I'm tripping out big time, right? Wow, that's pretty soon.
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
A lot of people taking advantage of the Epic Publishing storefront deals and all of that they've been teasing and talking about.
We must now face a stark reality.
Can you customize what type of bug you are? Or are you always the same kind of bug?
Industrial civilization we were expecting to join is no more.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
Do you think that was the little dude on its back that was talking like that? The little goopy guy?
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることが
That's wild. 30 years?
さてお待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけあと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。それではこれからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
Man, that's it. Okay.
Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
Let's rumble. Alex.
This rocks. This fucking rocks. I'm sorry. This fucking rocks. I can't believe this is how they decide. Okay. This is how they premiere it? Okay, yeah. Man, Deadlock's looking real different.
Adios.
Wish list now.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Watchalong, Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
And we're just straight up calling them like Souls-likes, just up on stage too. I mean, what else do you do?
Really what you wanted. is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends.
How well are all these Souls-like selling? How well do these things sell? Is this like a profitable venture? Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not seeing too many sequels here. Right? It's always something new from a new group. I hope this is a role-playing game.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Find them.
What? What kind of game is this? Okay. That's fucking wild.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing, and is free to play. This weekend,
man, shout-outs to Guild Wars 2.
You can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
How old is that game now? It feels like Guild Wars 2 is now like the same age as Guild Wars 1 was when Guild Wars 2 was coming out.
Where shared struggles form fast bonds.
Man, it looks kind of like it too. It looks dated.
Adaptability.
Just as Guild Wars 1 did way back then.
Me. My story.
My story. My story is yours.
I only played Guild Wars 2 for a bit, but I did really enjoy my time with it. I was a Azuran engineer. Oh. Oh, wow. Yo, they're gonna eat it? Why are there cute little dudes in this game? Maybe there should just be a game where you play as the little dudes. I'm just saying, maybe there should be. Player Unknown Productions? Huh. I'm surprised there wasn't more from Marvel Rivals here.
I took a bullet, I died, I came back, and I met Johnny Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
I want Digital Foundry to do a deep dive on that on the Switch too.
Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
Another relapse, huh? Get well soon.
This is very like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Maybe it's too much for someone like you. Delusional. It won't always be so easy. You still look a little unwell.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3. With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
Just look at that water placement, expertly done. This is the epitome of sport. They're splitting savants and jetpack geniuses. The movement is so fluid, so fast, you can't stop it, you can't catch.
Can he complete the comeback he's going to try? He shoots! He gets the kill! Now that's how you portal! They're not done yet! They got one! They got another! They're going to do it! They're going to see that all the way! Oh my god! They did it! They actually did it! And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're in natural.
So they just made a whole bunch of like standard size maps and linked them together with like portals or something? For the Battle Royale part. I am familiar with Splitgate and like its use of like portals and all of that.
Now we are honored to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
Oh yeah, this is their historical one. I think we saw this last year at the Game Awards too, right? A little bit. These are the Yakuza and Like a Dragon people. The last trailer they did had someone like walking out of a little enclosed area like that. Jesus. You just take a Molotov right onto your body? Okay. I feel like you're way less likely to survive that than video games would have you believe.
Mako. Daito.
Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
Wow!
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on.
I mean, yeah, the dude is an angel,
well, we're
right?
Done here, but we do have one
he's
final,
he's got celestial power.
To share with all of you. Today we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world.
That's how you take a Molotov. You don't be human.
But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
Oh my God. Do think about the pandemic. Keep thinking about the pandemic. Summer Games Fest 2025 brought to you by coronavirus.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming. If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Stay close.
you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Man. I thought Ashcroft sounded familiar. Huh. Man. Okay. Wow. Early next year? Resident Evil 9? Oh, shit.
There you have it. Resident
Huh.
Evil Requiem. And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th.
Yeah, isn't Ashcroft the surname of, like, that old motherfucker? I forget what his name was. The guy who's partly responsible for, like, setting everything in motion with Umbrella.
With much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise. All right.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for
That's
our
wild.
Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone?
Yeah, Lucy James.
Good job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know. I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend. You can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome, and thanks to you, Lucy. Great
Wow.
job co-hosting. All right, that's going to do it for
Summer Game Fest 2025.
We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
Wow. Okay. Goodness gracious, yeah. That was quite the fun little fake out there. Them setting it in, like, the blown-out remains of Raccoon City, that works extra well with them having done all of the recent remakes and all of that. I wonder if it, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to tie into, like, RE4, because they're probably going to do an RE5 remake, too, I would guess. But at the very least, you know, the RE2 and 3 really popped off. I'm so surprised that they haven't remade original Resident Evil in the RE engine, which has proven out to be really, really nice, right? I don't know, and very versatile and capable. Or stuff like some of the spin-off ones like Code Veronica, stuff like that, the more popular spin-off ones and all that. Yeah, really wild though. Huh. Man. Yeah, I can't believe they got that for this. Jeez. Yeah, Capcom has been on a bit of a winning streak lately. Anyway, goodness, it's we've been going on here for a bit. But I suppose I'll do it for our 2025 watch-along for Summer Game Fest. Like I said before at the top of the week, I'm not sure if we'll do any other watch-alongs. This might be it. Just this and that Witcher thing at Unreal, right? We'll see. It depends on what gets announced in tomorrow, I guess. All right, that'll do it for now. Until next time, please take care of each other.